Hello, everyone. This is Daisy, aka Professional High Priestess, and I'm here to drop a karmic channeling check-in. Okay, so I really want to use this check-in just to give some healing for those of you who are in the thick of dealing with karmic partners. Okay, and also in that transition of your divine person becoming a karmic and you walking out of that, etc. Those of you dealing with that, some energy and some guidance. And then also I want to do a check-in on the karmic themselves, okay? And then the karmic and how they're doing with the divine partner that they have their tentacles around currently. So let's jump in. So first of all, in the readings that I've been doing and just in my own personal journey, the thing that is most important is healing from resentment. Okay, because you can cultivate a lot of resentment and anger from dealing with some of these karmic partners for their sneaky ways, for the magic that they do, for the lies that they tell, for the ways in which they collaborate with the masculine to work against you and how they get them to do that and all of that other stuff. It can really make one feel resentful, and you can start to feel that energy like it's stuck in your gut and then in your heart center, and then you start to have chakra problems. You see what I'm saying? And then when that starts to happen, you start to become corded to them, because the reason why you have those problems is because of the actions that those individuals facilitated in your life in the first place. So now you have like a life, there's like a line between you and those individuals in that whole situation, which your energy is even keeping up in the first place, right? Because if they didn't have you to triangulate with and keep up the drama, would their relationship even be going on still? No. Right? They use your energy as a ritual and an offering to keep their relationship going, and it's super dysfunctional. Take your energy out of that, because that's how you develop resentment, right? And that resentment could turn into chronic illness. It turns into stagnation. It turns into money problems. It turns into obsession. It turns into you not being able to manifest a new partner and love into your life. It turns into all kinds of stuff that can last for years, So you want to really just be careful of that. Yes, and I feel like, the thing is, because it's so unfair, the injustice, like how someone can treat you so unfairly and dehumanize you and everything. It's like, how can someone do that, especially when someone that's supposed to be your divine partner? But you have to realize too that they're learning their karmic lessons, right? Because obviously if they do that to someone else, they obviously feel a certain way about themselves. And then also too, if there's magic involved in karmic manipulation, just know that there's a whole added layer, to the situation that's going to stop the proper actions from being facilitated. All right. So there's that. So I suggest really focusing on faith and prayer, and strategy as you're dealing with these karmic partners. And I will say another thing too is not trying to dictate what you think the karma should be, right? Oh, they did this and this and that to me, so they should lose an arm. Okay, that's what you want, but that's not that may not be the karma that is the universe has prescribed. Sometimes too, you don't even see their karma, and it's already come years ago, months ago. You didn't even see it. You see what I'm saying? So trusting that karma has come already for these individuals, trusting that you're gonna get your just due, trusting that it always ripples out into lifetimes. And some of the clients I've worked with, I can see it in their chart, the result of karma, that their ancestors facilitated in past lifetimes now catching up with them. So you have to realize that it will always manifest, whether you see it or not. That's the work that needs to be done in terms of having faith every day, putting your mind and your energy and your focus on something else, turning and transmuting that pain into real gold and real life experience and wisdom. I know it's hard, but it's like, by you staying corded in that energy with the karmic and the masculine or feminine or whatever, and that conflict going on, it stops the fire which drives that crucible to create this alchemical process of turning that pain into gold. It stops that fire from being able to burn as bright, as hot and as bright and as strong as it could. So there, your process is not fully able to manifest, because the catalyst, which is that fire, the pain, all of that, the heat that you need, right, is not proper. It's like turning a coal into diamond. You need the proper amount of heat and pressure at the same amount of time, right, to get you to that stage. Or otherwise it's like, baking a souffle and then it comes out of the oven too early and then it plops down, bloom. Right? So that's something you have to realize. It's energy now that you're dealing with. And you don't want this turning off your energy centers. Okay? Especially for karmics who play with spell work, they know that. They know that. And especially for those who, usually it's always the karmic's the low vibrational one that's not doing as well as the feminine or whatnot. So they have to play games and try to bring them down to your level, because that's the only way that they can engage with you, because they know you're busy, you have things to do, all of that. They know this, right? But it's like, because they're so bored, they're like, come and play with me. Like, no, I'm working right now, kid. Wait. So they throw tantrums and do little things for that. It's just like, when you understand the tactics and the real underlying like childish dynamics, you can understand where a lot of the pain and their hurt is coming from. And then you can understand where all their other tactics are going to come from next, okay? So now when it comes to the karmic, it's judgment season. That's all I have to say. And a lot of readers have been picking up on this. It's judgment season for the karmic. And something I was really thinking about the other day is all the different, like, maybe soul partners and twin flames and twin rays, etc., who never got into union or had their union impacted or harmed or delayed or for long periods of time because of karmics. And I just think of like, wow, the fact that when I think about my karmic and other karmics that are like coming down and justice is coming, for me, I project that energy out to all those people who had to suffer that and didn't get their justice or whatnot, and to all of y'all, because it's just like, it's such a sickening feeling just to think that like something so crazy or egregious can happen to you and someone can just get away with it because they were operating out of the shadows. No. Everyone is getting justice, karma's coming, all of that stuff. But now the karmics are starting to see that they created their own karma, and the masculine or feminine, whichever one you're dealing with, right, that is associating with the karmic, they are now starting to see how their downfall, their losses, their stagnation is connected to the karmic, and the ways in which they disrespected their feminine or put the karmic over you. Yes, the masculines are realizing that. If you think that your masculine has not, don't worry about that. Trust me that they are. They're starting to see, wow, I collaborated with this bitch who was trying to throw me under the bus and do all these things to me and take my money and play all these games and keep me trapped and bring your children into this reality that we couldn't take care of out of selfishness and all these other things. And the whole time I thought that was my Bonnie and I was Clyde. Meanwhile, we were working against each other, right? Meanwhile, I was dealing with Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Right? So now they're starting to realize that. Meanwhile, my feminine was telling me all these things that were going down. I could have avoided all this drama and all this chaos if I would have just listened, but the karmic interfered in that too. And now the karmic is also starting to see the ways in which their control issues, their mommy and daddy issues, right? Their jealousy of the feminine, their reluctance to listen, and their reluctance to really learn their karmic lessons. They're starting to realize how that is their codependency, how that is what's leading to their downfall now. How that is the reason why they cannot manifest things into their life. A lot of karmics are they're already getting karma. That's why they're doing what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? Because they're already getting karma. So they're like, I might as well continue. Bad things are already happening to me. You see, because these karmics, like I said, that they don't think straight. They don't think like us, where we're optimistic and we know that we can heal. No, they get into certain states of, they go through certain things in life, and because they're not resilient, because they don't do that work on themselves, they stay in those frequencies and those vibrations. So you have to realize that as well. Now, those of you who are feeling some type of way like resentment or anger or, even some type of jealousy or comparison, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? It just puts you in a low space, and it just makes you feel as if like you're not good enough. You are. Don't compare yourself ever to the karmic. Don't wonder why the masculine's over there and not with you. No, because remember, the masculine is learning a lesson with the karmic one, and if they continue to stay there because of spells, that's another reason. Or another thing too is that the karmic is easy. You see? So in that case, is that really my divine twin, my soul partner? Because they're staying there with that karmic because it's easy out of convenience, because the karmic doesn't challenge them and they don't want to grow. Why would you want to deal with someone like that? Obviously, it's now you have to start thinking, I dodged a bullet. Because you have to understand too, like, these karmics and this masculine is together, the karmic makes the masculine complacent, you see? So if the masculine is continue to stay there for years and years and years, don't be chasing and worrying. Because they're complacent. They're not happy. Because they're not living their full life. They're not being challenged. They're not growing. Right? Another thing too is a lot of these masculines or feminines that get trapped with the karmics for years on end, they are in addictions now. Because they're unhappy being in that situation, in the environment. And the karmic knows that. So they always have to find new tricks or do different things, threesomes, and brings people into the relationship and triangulate drama and kids and bring babies and always all that other stuff to keep something alive. Because if they can create a drama that's going to connect their energy again and make them have to cooperate or communicate and do all these different things, that keeps the relationship alive, you see, in the karmic's mind. Unbeknownst to them, all they're doing is just creating baggage at the end of the day. So let's get into this. I want to find out how what's going on in the Karmic's headspace, okay? And then we'll also do how the Karmic and the Divine Partner are also doing right now. All right, let's see. What are we going to start off with? All right, we'll start here. All right. Dear bright and well-living ancestors, how does the Karmic... it's already out here. All right, how does the Karmic feel about themselves right now? How does the Karmic feel about themselves right now? How does the Karmic partners, how are they feeling about themselves? Feeling game goofy, maybe. That's the energy I'm picking up. Feeling bamboozled. How do the Karmics feel about themselves? All those games, mind games that they played, and that, you know, there's higher power involved. Y'all can't outrun God. You can't outplay God. You can't outsmart God. How does the Karmic feel about themselves right now? How do the Karmic partners feel about themselves right now? Yeah, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. First, we have Goddess of the Moon here. Lies, secrets, things being hidden, shadows. This card has been coming out in a lot of readings too. Just the Moon card itself, and then the Goddess of the Moon and other decks, similar cards talking about like secrets being hidden, intuition, things like that. So I feel like this retrograde is bringing up a lot of shit from the past. I'm going to do a special retrograde reading. That deserves its own reading because Pisces was the 12th house. In retrograde right now, oh, it's going down right now. It's about to be stuff 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. Pluto and Saturn conjunct as well. Yeah, it's about to be some shit coming out the wood fucking works when you're dealing with the 12th house. So I'm going to do a video about that. But stuff is coming out. Things are coming up to the surface. So this Karmic is feeling imbalanced with the Angel of Balance being here in the reverse, right? Feeling imbalanced because their secrets are coming out, their lies are coming out, it's starting to fall apart. Then you have 7th chakra Archangel Uriel. These Karmics are starting to realize, whoa, yes, this is a spiritual battle because I've been using spell work and shit like that, so I knew that element was involved, but whoa, there really are ancestors and forces involved here that are really going to hold me accountable for my actions. Yes. Because you have to understand, remember, these Karmics, they don't think straight. So they think, oh, I just paid someone for spells. It's not going to hit me back. Oh, well, I was with the masculine or the feminine first, so it doesn't matter if I trap them here. They don't think properly. Now there's a higher source stepping in with the 7th chakra Archangel Uriel. Now they're starting to tap in and tune in and get those downloads and start to see, whoa, maybe I shouldn't have done all the things that I was doing earlier. Maybe I should have paused and, not behaved myself. You see what I'm saying? Clarify Goddess of the Moon for how the Karmics feel about themselves. How do the Karmic partners feel about themselves? 7 of Wands with the Goddess of the Moon. With this 7 of Wands, I feel like there's some fights going on. Someone could have gotten blocked because some secrets were exposed here with the Goddess of the Moon. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Ooh. 7 of Wands in the reverse, right? So what that tells me is this Karmic is probably now like going at it with the Divine Partner. There's fights, conflicts, and arguments, competition, and battle. Someone got blocked because some secrets have now come out. The Divine Partner too, their chakras are opening. Their higher their third eye and their crown chakras are opening. So now they're starting to see the spells with the Karmic. That's been I swear this retrograde is gonna be one for the books, bruh. It's gonna be deep. Angel of Balance. Clarify Angel of Balance because all those spells are going to be coming out. They're going to be breaking. 7 of Cups reversed energy, basically. It's going to start coming up to the surface. Now these Karmics are exposed for what they were doing in the background with the Goddess of the Moon here. The Angel of Balance is clarified with the 5 of Pentacles. How do the Karmics feel about themselves? Major financial losses. Out in the cold. Someone got ghosted. 7 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, someone got blocked. Oh, yes. Especially now that the fact that it's known that spell work is being involved. The masculine cannot continue to sit there when there's other people who now know that this is going on and continue to receive some type of respect or admiration. No. It can't happen because now people know that they're affiliated and associated with someone that will do some shit like that, right? Or who would manipulate, or who would lie, or who would trap pregnancies, or who would triangulate people against one another, who would steal. Take it how it resonates. What's the 7th chakra Archangel Uriel for the Karmic partners? With the 9 of Cups. Yeah. I feel like what's happening here is that Karmic is starting to realize like this dream is not going to happen. It's not. They're starting to see like, whoa, like this was a battle that I should have not tried to fight because I've lost horribly, right? Time and time again. I also feel like with something else that's going on here with the Nine of Cups being here and the seventh chakra Archangel Uriel is this karmics have probably been drinking and smoking and doing all kinds of stuff that has been keeping their intuition skewed and off point. And now that they're coming back down to earth, they're starting to realize, oh, that's what I was doing. It's judgment season, y'all. That's what I'm saying. When you're hopped up off that trauma and that mess and those control issues, and you got substances involved, sex or money or drugs or alcohol, you got any type of substance, any type of catalyst involved, you're not thinking in your right mind. And then you got generational mental illness on top of that, and then you're dealing with entities on top of that. It's a cocktail and a combination for disaster. On top of probably already taking psychotropic drugs with the diagnosed mental illness. No, they're 3, 4, 5 dimensions off this plane. They're not here. You see what I'm saying? Now they're coming back down to earth. 5 of Pentacles, right? That now they've been blocked. 7 of Wands. Oh, now I get it. Because 7 of Wands is that energy that hits you. Like, it's like boom. You see what I'm saying? So now now that 7 of Wands has happened, now these karmics are down to earth. 5 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. Now with the Knight of Cups here, they're realizing this is a shattered dream. The illusion has been broken. Because when you cast spells on other people and you play all those games, you also put them on yourself. That's why you don't do shit like that. Clarify Goddess of the Moon. With the Star card. Yeah. I also feel like these karmics have been doing a lot of things that are unethical. Something here having to do with health. Maybe someone's health is declining because of all the games that they played. There could also be a pregnancy that was hidden or something, or lies about that. Is what I'm seeing with the Star card. Take it how it resonates. Could be dealing with an Aquarius karmic, a Pisces karmic, Taurus karmic, or Leo karmic. Clarify Angel of Balance, please. With the 5 of Pentacles. With the Justice card here in the reverse. Court, bad luck, karma coming back onto you. Yeah. With the Angel of Balance, balance is justice to me as well. There's something going on here. Like I said, these karmics they're getting their karma now. Like I said, they're in their karmic cycles. They're in their karmic cycles. You have to understand too, depending on where Saturn is in your chart, what trauma you facilitated and karma you facilitated, and a couple other factors like 12th house. Your karma can either go in cycles of 3, 5, 7, 12, 15, 30 years. Yes. And it's not just for all the things you did, it's for each single thing. So for one action, you can get a 2-year Saturn cycle of poverty and stagnation. For one thing you do, you can get a 7-year Saturn cycle. That's why you got to be careful what you do, because it will always come back onto you. Always. That's what the 7th chakra is also here saying now. The karmic has landed back onto earth. You see in the card how he's on the ground and the genie's coming out like, you didn't use all your lives and you didn't use all your wishes. So it's like you done here, and he's sitting on the ground like, what the heck? You see? It's done. It's done for. Now these karmics are starting to realize like, whoa, like there really is spiritual checks and balances here that I need to pay attention to. Not everyone should be played with. Not everyone should be tested. Clarify 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. With the Empress here in the reverse. Yes. Something else that I'm also seeing is like these karmics are starting to see how they are not the Empress. They're not the divine counterpart. They are also starting to see how they embody the very lower vibrational aspect of femininity. They could also be thinking about their own mothers and how their mothers have implanted that karmic behavior into them. And now they're starting to see like, whoa, I come from a lineage of women who are damaged. That's why my dreams are shattered. That's why I'm dealing with karma now, because I failed to learn from karmic cycles that were, playing themselves out through my family. Because while I should have been doing my healing work, I was doing spell work on people, or black magic, or I was playing games, or I was manipulating the masculine, or I was bringing children into this reality who I should not have been bringing into this reality. Now I'm dealing with all kinds of stuff, right? Dear bright and well-living ancestors, please how do the karmics feel about themselves right now? How do the karmics feel about themselves? I sense overindulgence. A lot of people could be drinking or smoking right now because of the pain. Well, you made up your bed, now lay in it. That's a cold world. When you hit rock bottom like that, and it's like, oh, you can't even be in your own skin because it hurts. Oh, because you feel so stupid. Oh, because you feel so bad. I would hate to live that type of reality. That's why you don't do crazy shit. That's why I don't. Because I'm like, I don't want to deal with those type of emotions later on. So we have first Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity in terms of how the karmic feels about themselves. What this is telling me here is like, y'all have to remember that this is spiritual warfare. So if you're a twin, soul partner, you're a starseed, light worker, etc., this karmic is starting to realize that they done fucked with the Galactic Federation here. That by trying to stop unions and do things like that, like they've called something onto their head that they don't even know what they're dealing with, right? Clarify Pleiades, double mission. Yeah, with the Queen of Cups here in the reverse. Yep. When I see the Queen of Cups here in the reverse, when we're talking about karmics, for me, it's a woman who's very psychologically manipulative and very psychologically imbalanced. That's what I see with the Queen of Cups here. So now they're starting to realize, like, whoa, shit, like I was so psychologically imbalanced, I didn't know what I was doing. I was hopped up on these chemicals and these drugs and fast food and all this other shit that keeps you out of balance and out of whack. And I didn't even know what I was doing. And I created all this chaos and havoc for myself. Didn't even realize, like, wait, hold on. There's something going on here that's beyond just my wants and my needs. There's something here for humanity. There's something here that was orchestrated by something greater than me, and I tampered with that because I was psychologically imbalanced. You see here, I can't make this stuff up. What's Akasha? Your guidance is divinely guided. I feel like these karmics are starting to realize, like, whatever's going on here, it was supposed to happen, and they went against divine guidance, and now they're dealing with justice here because this came out right under the justice card. What's Akasha, please? Seven of Swords in the reverse. Yep. Exposed for being a pathological liar, for lies, deception, trickery, manipulation. These karmics are. Yeah, your guidance is divinely guided. I feel like what's going on here is like these karmics are like, because Seven of Swords is one of the most spiritual swords decks, right? Because it's really about like the fine line between like being a devil and also like, it's like the fine line between it's juggling your humanity with the Seven of Swords. That's what I think. It's like, how far am I willing to go with my deception and manipulation before I lose my own humanity? That's why the Seven of Swords is one of the most spiritual swords decks in the swords cards, right? Cards in the swords suite of swords. This karmic is starting to realize, whoa, this lying, this deception, this trickery, this manipulation, I need to get this shit checked out. I also need to think about like the ways in which like I've constantly acted out of this energy, and now it's working against me. I need to really think about that. Your karma could be a Libra with the Justice card here, or an Aquarius, or a Taurus here, okay? A Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Clarify Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Clarify Unbound, yeah. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past life. This karmic is starting to realize, like, yes, the masculine and her had a past life, but so was the feminine. They've always had past lives together. The karmic is realizing, like, the only time that they've had a past life is in different type of forms. It could have been a human being. It could have been an institution. It could have been a job. It could have been a certain historical incidents like racism or Jim Crow, right? Or Chinese exclusion acts or something, right? So that's what the karmic is starting to realize, like, whoa, we were not always meant to be together. Like, yes, we've traveled throughout lifetimes, but it's to teach each other lessons about who we are and who we are not. Clarify Unbound, releasing soul patterns. Clarify Unbound, releasing soul patterns with the Six of Wands here. Yeah, I feel like also too, so clarify releasing soul patterns with the Ace of Swords here. Okay, the karmic is starting to get clarity and truth. I feel like there was something that was exposed on social media, a message or letter or some publication or something that this karmic is now starting to see, like, okay, no, this is not like the movement here. Like, I need to cut this off and I need to move forward. Like, I'm being too codependent and too attached here. Okay, and then with the Ace of Swords here, this is harsh truths coming out. You know, with the Six of Swords, something was exposed, brought to light, and this relationship is now coming to an end. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past life. The masculine now knows, like, this is something I cannot be involved in. No. This soul contract, yes, this is something that we had a purpose here, but it's over now. I have victory now over this because I've seen the truth now with the Ace of Swords here, so I can move forward. It's Ace of Swords, Six of Swords. I just think the artistry in these cards are dope, right? So now that masculine is starting to realize, like, okay, you know what? Enough is enough here. I have victory now. 5 of 5 different wands in the bottom means like the end of conflict, fighting, arguments, that type of thing. It's over now, right? Ace of Swords, they've seen the dual nature of this individual. Notice how it's shaped like a moon. Notice the moon here as well in the picture. Secrets came out. The truth was revealed, right? The soul contract is over. It's up with. All right, so let's see how the masculine is doing with the karmic. All right, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, so let's see. How does the divine masculine feel about the karmic partner right now? Let me start with the energy deck. How does divine masculine feel about the karmic partner? How's the divine masculine feeling about the karmic partner? Ooh. How does divine masculine feel about the karmic partner? How does divine masculine feel about the karmic partner? There's some stuff going on with money with them, and I feel like he's starting to realize like this relationship was just rooted in material things, nothing long lasting or real. Okay, because so the first card that we have out here is financial constraints. All right, so like I said, something going on here with money with this karmic. Door to value is in reverse, so now they're starting to see how they're losing because of this karmic. They're losing money, they're losing value. Yin and yang in the upright. They're needing to really focus on balance and integrating their masculine and their feminine side. Okay, bringing harmony to their life. There's a lot of conflict and chaos with this karmic is what I'm picking up. Clarify financial constraints for how the masculine feels about the karmic. Yep. Clarify the door to value for how the masculine feels about the karmic. Clarify the yin and yang for how the masculine feels about the karmic. All right. Clarify financial constraints. Just want to get an extra card there. Yeah. What's judgment, please, for door to value? Clarify King of Pentacles on yin and yang. All right. So basically what's going on here with the financial constraints and the King of Wands with the Four of Cups, this masculine is, so on one end, I feel like there could have been something that has gone on with money here with this karmic, because the King of Wands in the reverse is someone who could be narcissistic, be angry or pissed off. Okay, with the Four of Cups here, someone could be finding out some deception or lies or manipulation around money with this karmic, and it's causing them to feel like reject them and just regret dealing with them, apathetic towards them, bored. This can also be too because of financial constraint. This masculine is having a hard time like basically finding the courage to like reject the karmic or get away, because they're like, dang, they don't feel empowered enough to be able to, you know, go out and be on their own. So now they're like, I have to submit again because this person has control of my finances, you know, my livelihood. With door to value here, reversed, notice on the financial constraints it's 13 and the door to value is 31. Those are just reversed, and they both came out here, and then the door to value came out reversed. So lets me know that there's something going on here in terms of like self-worth and value with the masculine, in terms of how he feels about the karmic. He's starting to see here, yeah, with the judgment card being here, this masculine is like, I'm under judgment, one, and there's some karma that he's getting because of dealing with this karmic. I feel like maybe people have their view of the masculine has lowered because of their association with the karmic, and also too judgment being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. This masculine is starting to see that, wait, this is not something I want to deal with long term. This is not someone that I can actually see value with long term. This is not someone that's going to bring me value long term. I also see too that this masculine is, even if he has kids with this karmic, he's starting to see like, wait, this is not someone that is of quality for me to even have kids with in the first place. You see, because I see the parent, the mom and the dad playing on the checker and the chessboard, and you see the kid on the bottom, meaning that they brought children into a losing game, right? And now the masculine is having to think about that, because you see the kid under the table crying with the little doll, neglected, tired. You see here, even in the judgment, these people are under judgment, and then there's a child with them while they're being called under judgment. So now the masculine, that if he has children with the karmic, he's starting to see like, this is not someone I should even have kids with. Why did I even have a family with this person? Now my kids are going to suffer. You know, they're going to have problems with their self-worth, and now they're going to have issues, that type of thing. I also feel like too, this masculine, there's something around large amounts of money here, or potentially like a divorce here, judgment with the Ten of Pentacles. They could potentially have lost a lot of money because they had to go to court with the karmic and that whole thing. With the yin and yang here, King of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, I feel like what's going on is the masculine is now wanting to get more balanced to be in that King of Pentacles energy where they can be a provider, where they can be stable, etc. Seven of Cups here lets me know that this masculine has probably been like really confused or overwhelmed, or there could have been a lot of lies, deception, and manipulation around them, confusion spells as well. Now they're ready to really get grounded and balanced in that King of Pentacles energy, integrating the masculine and the feminine side, you know, so they can come towards you with an offer or move away from the karmic, because they feel like all they're doing with the karmic is they're just providing, and they're just like staying in confusions and illusions here. All right. Okay. Spirit messages, please. Messages for the karmic. Messages for the karmic. How does the masculine feel about the karmic right now, please? How does the masculine feel about the karmic right now? Wow. So the first card that we got out here was don't dim to fit in. And it says, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So the masculine is starting to think about like, wait, Four of Cups here. I'm bored. I'm apathetic. I no longer have passion for this. This thing is bringing me like financial burdens. Why am I dealing with this? Why am I dimming myself to deal with this karmic because of their family or our friends groups or we work together or whatnot? I need to move away from this situation. Then it says, warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? I feel like what this is saying on two ends is this masculine, how he feels about the karmic is like, this karmic doesn't really have like any goals or purpose in life. Like they're not moving towards a higher purpose here or anything. They're not aspiring for more. And this karmic can be also very combative here with the warrior woman as well. But you know, it's like if you don't work, you don't take care of yourself, you can't be combative. If you're codependent and you're purposely putting yourself in a situation for people to cross your boundaries, like with the karmic, like you can't be like living off people and all that and be codependent, and you can't be trying to have like a man living off you and be trying to be a warrior woman. No, because you're showing them how to treat you, right? So that's what I see here for the masculine, how he feels about the karmic. Let's go ahead and get some crystal messages and we'll wrap up. Crystal messages for the collective, please, regarding the karmic partners and divine masculines. Crystal messages for the divine partners and the karmics. Crystal messages for the karmics and the masculines. These cards are so stuck. All right. So the first card that we have here is Black Tourmaline. Wow. And it says here, I am safe, I am secure. I walk with the shield of protection wherever I go. I feel like this masculine is it's woke to the game in terms of how toxic this karmic is, in terms of the spell work and the toxicity and all that. Now they're woke. Black tourmaline is a protection stone. It releases negativity and obstacles and clears out unhealthy patterns that blocks one from moving forward. It also aids in the removal of psychic attacks, spells, cords, and attachments. Yes. So that's what's currently happening right now. The masculine is starting to realize, like, okay, this is a whole level of the game I didn't even see. And now needed to protect themselves with the Black Tourmaline here protection card, because that relationship is very toxic. Sodalite, visualization. And it says here, I am the creator of my reality. I use my imagination to picture what I want, thus I draw it to me. It says Sodalite's indigo blue color opens up the third eye, stimulating visualization, imagination, clairvoyancy, inspiration, and wisdom. Yeah. I feel like this masculine is starting to also like realize how this karmic is blocking him from like his creative ideas and projects and the things that he wants to work on, you know, and the things that he wants to do with himself. And I feel like, you know, that's what that King of Wands in the reverse was about. They're realizing that, okay, they can't visualize a future with the karmic. They cannot see it. And they're trying to visualize a future, you know, where they're empowered and doing the things that make them happy and that they want to do, and the karmic is not in that image. So everyone, that is the reading that I had for today, okay? For the karmic update. If you need a reading, go ahead and check the description box below. All the information is there. My name is Daisy, aka Professional High Priestess. I hope you enjoy. Bye.